Welcome back, my friendly friends, to more Metaphor ReFantazio. Well, what's likely the final episode. We've got to reclaim the Royal Scepter from Luis. I tried to go back to grind a bit, but Gallica won't actually let you grind. Thankfully, we've got to save from before we fought Zorba, so we're going to do what we did previously, take this guy's measure, see what we need to do, then make sure we've got all our ducks in a row before we take down the final boss. Past us is the throne room, where Luis awaits. We cannot turn back now. Are you prepared?
I'm heading out.
We'll get the Royal Scepter back for certain. There's no way we'll let him do as he pleases any longer. So what are these truths? Very interested to see.
Such a countenance. So you truly are the Prince Reborn. I must say, you and your father are cut from the same cloth. Quite unpredictable as death looms.
As death looms? This guy, who does he think is dying here? It's not us.
You. Is this hornless form your own true being?
I'll say this here for your own good, Luis. Hand over the Royal Scepter.
Right, Stroll is not playing around. It's that or die, or it's that and die.
Only the one who has earned the people's support is fit to be king. You and us. We can still end this without...
Shed is shed. That has been this country's crime for too long. Those in power exact the price of their greed from the people, then preach that such pain is a natural trial to be overcome.
So what, he's gonna deliver us all from that pain?
The indolent powers of this land have poisoned it with their lies. There is no cure but destruction.
Man, I don't think that's the case.
Who's the real charlatan here? You turn people into monsters and convince them it's salvation. Even Zorba, your most loyal vassal, you twisted into a monster. You promise protection to your devoted, yet always fall short of the mark.
I have never lied. I swear upon my name, it is one of the greatest trespasses I can imagine.
This is, okay. I actually, as an antagonist, Luis is so impressive. He's like an upstanding guy in his own way. That's true. Bro's never lied. When Stoll was like, you destroyed my village, he was like, yeah, I did do that. When they were like, you killed the king, he was like, yeah, I did do that. He's very interesting, a breath of fresh air as far as antagonists go.
Have you never wondered why the king's magic is so strong before us? Or why the royal scepter can only be used by those who bear the public's favor?
I'd honestly just kind of taken it as a given.
One royal hand clutching one bejeweled rod does not alone accomplish such wonders of magic. But what if it drew magic not from its wielder, but from the masses? Wait,
so the royal scepter is basically only powerful because it's draining everybody else?
That is the truth. The royal scepter is a divine relic that absorbs magla from people across the kingdom. And thus, the royal magic's power is near inexhaustible.
So all of this, the King's Rock, all of this was only possible because the people were powering it. It's not because the king himself was strong.
Such a tradition for centuries, generations upon generations. Do you know what this means? Magla is mortal anxiety. Which means that the people of this country now have no choice but to perpetually direct their anxiety to the king, simply to stay safe.
So, in order to make it so that the world doesn't have to be like that, he's gonna destroy it?
Absurd. Then how do you explain the people of the capital going mad?
It was no madness that took me. The magla spews from their helpless hearts at a rate far greater than the scepter can absorb. Hence the stagnation.
So the people are just so unbelievably upset that they did this to the world, and the Royal Scepter is trying to purify it, but can't?
The behavior now on full display is their inborn, true nature. When they cannot control their fears, they lash out at neighbor and outsider alike. And that is mortal weakness.
Wait, then how does he explain what was going on with the king's servants? It seemed like once we destroyed them, people's sanity took root again.
That's who they really are.
So the king's servants created the massive magla flow from the vast magla throughout the kingdom. But that in itself was born of the people.
In a world like this, order built on mutual understanding is but a dream within a dream. Before we achieve resolution, the people must be corrected.
So he needs to change the very nature of life.
On the day the late king's magic fades, I will shape the royal magic anew. All the Magla gathered over these months of turmoil will be restored to the people.
And that's gonna, and because look at that Magla, because the Magla itself is so warped and damaged, it's just gonna immediately make everyone a human, I think. That would line up with what Gallica was talking about, that a vision that she had, or the vision that Rella had, rather.
Those who can overcome it will be reborn as new humans. Thus, we achieve our first round of natural selection. Our first step towards a world truly fair and just.
Yeah, he's just gonna make everybody a human.
Natural selection? New humans? What absurd delusions.
Delusions? You witnessed how the prince lost his very self to my spell, and then re-emerged with powers and will burning ever brighter.
He's got us there. Can't lie about that one. But there was a lot of outside forces that helped with that, though. He's taking a bit more credit than he deserves.
You mean you would do to the people exactly what you did to him? You would use the royal magic to inflict such horrors on all the crown's subjects?
Those who follow me and accept the rule of power will surely survive by virtue of their own will. But if they give in to fear, yes, they will lose both form and might.
So that's the world of equality that he wants to create. You go back to being a human, and if you're strong enough, you'll get a new powerful form, and if not, you'll just be slaughtered.
That is what it means to protect those who follow. It is not a salvation given of empty charity, but earned through the providence of power.
Then, that's your true ambition. That's why you sent Sorba to the royal funeral. You never even wanted the throne. It was all for the royal scepter.
Yeah, he doesn't want to govern the people. He wants to basically reshape them.
The shows of power, terrifying the people. It wasn't just manipulation. You justified all of that.
The man would turn all people into humans. It defies all sense.
Exactly. That's crazy. The success rate, we're an exceptionally strong person, and we needed backup in order to regain this new form. And a lot of basically crazy stuff had to happen for that to occur. The success rate for this is probably going to be, oh my gosh, there might be like 20 people still rocking by the time we're done.
Worry not. You've proven you're more than worthy. I've little doubt you'll survive the first culling and move on to the new world.
I mean, he's seen enough. We are pretty capable.
You mentioned earlier that we might still resolve this without bloodshed.
Luis doesn't want that.
Then, I put the same offer to you. Join me.
Right. That's the only way this ends.
Born of Elden blood, welcoming anyone regardless of tribe. It is no coincidence that you and I take inspiration from the same book.
No way. Though Luis, that is true. Luis is not racist. Gotta give him that.
Don't let him sway you, Your Highness.
How could we?
I know you detest injustice as I do. Come with me. Let me lend you my power, and together we will change the unfair world we seek to destroy.
Really? Are you hesitating now?
I just thought it'd be funny to pick.
Why hesitate? Surely you, of all people, understand this ideology. Should you deny me, then what? How would you fix this country?
He's got a good point. With the Magla going crazy like that, it's not something that we can just soothe.
You must have seen it everywhere you traveled. Tradition, superstition, family honor, and all those struck down unjustly in the name of such authorities. The only cure for such suffering is a simpler world, in which strength triumphs over pain. It is not a solution without cruelty. But surely the fairness it would restore to our lives is worth any sacrifice. Come with me, and we can realize this dream. What say you?
No, so much death.
The fairness you speak of is false.
He's got the right of it. Luis, it's not even about what'll be sacrificed. It's about having respect for what the dream costs. And you've got none of that. You keep talking about your laws of power. But what that comes down to is you figure some people in this world just deserve to die?
Right, and that Basilio and Fidelio, they would be one of those people. That's why Basilio joined us in the first place.
If that's what you believe in, then you can hate Thornton all you want, but you're no different.
Be silent.
Whoa, he's like, do not compare me to the guy who destroyed my home.
I once had my own aspirations. Yes, I had dreams. But what has the world ever done for us?
I feel like it's kind of funny that at the end of the day, the Prince and Luis are both super nerds for the same book. And it's shaped, though I can understand that, a book that you had a lot of passion for as a child shaping who you are and what you think as an adult. It happened to me. Okay, I feel like, because I predicted / anticipated that Luis would awaken to an archetype.
What's happening?
And I'm assuming this is going to be it now. But he can't be like the false prince or something like that, could he? Probably an animated cutscene. Whoa. Or him taking the power of the king's magic for himself. Whoa.
The royal scepter? But how?
Yeah, he should not be able to use that. It's too early.
So be it. There is still time until my magic settles upon this land. Until then, I will watch the world collapse from my perch at the top.
Wait! Luis!
Is he not going to fight us? Where is he going?
I have done this for their sakes, not for mine. History and the will of the people will prove that.
Where's my final boss battle, Atlas?
If you have the strength to weather this storm and come to me, I will deem you a worthy opponent. It will be a mercy to you, at the very least.
Wait, I was joking. Is he actually about to leave? Wasn't this... Well, I guess this wasn't very Final Dungeon-y looking back, but there's no way, right? We're at least gonna get something. No, that's him flying into the sun. Huh. No fight? No fight at all? What is going on? Luis waffled on about his solipsistic ideals before disappearing into a storm of Magla. Huh. Alright, so maybe this isn't going to be the final episode.
If we push forward, we'll be in grave danger. This storm itself is a maelstrom of pure Magla.
Isn't the day of the hero tomorrow, though?
Maybe this is just what it looks like. When the people's minds are slaves to their anxiety and fear.
That doesn't mean the solution is to deform them into monsters. The man's an arrogant lunatic.
We must give chase somehow.
Yeah, how do we get up there without the Royal King's magic?
Oh, aspirants to the throne.
Now our dad is talking to us?
Your Majesty?
The royal scepter has been taken. Luis now wields the royal magic to his own dark ends.
Luis was one step ahead of us. We did not expect him to seize and use the scepter before the final deadline.
I'm not even sure how that's possible.
His magic will be set in motion on the very day that the new king is to be decided. Such is the decree.
Wait, does this mean we have to go? Does this mean we have to do the final dungeon tomorrow? I hope they at least give us another month.
So it's just as Luis said. He won't let this campaign end any way but his. The bastard always loved making a spectacle of this.
How? How are you supposed to have enough time to do 2 final dungeons in 30 days?
Your Majesty, you were killed by Luis yourself. Doesn't it matter to you that he may succeed as king?
Right! Why don't you stop this?
I had sought death long before he granted it.
Oh, he gave up. Oh my gosh.
You wished for your own death? But why?
The ideals I once believed in, I no longer had the power within me to fulfill them. Thus, I ensured my very life would serve as key to activate the royal magic. Should revolutionary fervor seek to destroy my regime, should Luis or any other malcontent take my life, therein would lie the catalyst.
So, it sounds like if he died by somebody who didn't share his ideals, then something would occur that would basically be able to reactivate what he originally sought?
Thus would I appear, on a day so appointed, with form and voice, given life by royal magic.
I see. No wonder the magic survived even the prince's reawakening. It was never a matter of retaliation against the church or anything of the sort. You truly wished to pass the crown to whoever the people elected of their own will.
Oh, Prince. My son.
He's probably...
Thou wouldst inherit the kingdom. Thou must stop Luis.
Of course. Say less.
That is a trial befitting one who would take the throne.
Skybound hope.
Majesty's Magla has faded.
So the royal king is officially gone?
I guess that's it. It really is up to us to save this land's future.
How long do we get? There's no way. We don't have any time left.
Luis is just ahead. We have to find a way to get beyond this storm, reckless or not.
I'm sure Nurse is going to be able to come in clutch here.
Let's fall back to the royal capital for now, so we can come up with a strategy.
I still can't believe the final boss fight didn't happen here. Alright, well that kind of scuttles my plans, but it does make me glad that I didn't spend I'm glad I did this first, rather than spending hours grinding for this fight, only to find out we didn't need to.
Hey, he's running that way!
Uh-oh. The people want some of this action? Don't worry, we got you.
Kill anyone who stands against Count Luis! We fight for justice! Make them understand!
So the hushed honeybee is no longer going to be safe then.
'Tis a battlefield out here. They know nothing of their savior's true intent, yet the streets are teeming with self-declared military police.
What's a man supposed to do when they're running around screaming about justice with bloodshot eyes?
So I'm still the king's servant. Why did destroying those make people saner? Well, I guess it wasn't just that. It was all the people talking some sense into them.
So it's a crime to even disagree now. He said this was just their nature. I suppose I can see where his disappointment springs from.
But your allies are working hard too. It's not all as bad as it looks.
We are grateful. We will believe in their support as they believe in us.
By the way, I talked with Nurus on how to get to Luis's location.
Oh, I thought Nurse was going to have a big moment.
And of course, he said there's only one thing for it. Armor up the Skyrunner and dive in.
So that's what we're going to need to do then. Okay, but it does sound like, thankfully, we're going to get ourselves one additional month. So, okay, well, what else could we... Because we've already maxed out everybody.
That's your
I mean, what else did we do? The Royal King's magic is gone.
Think, my girl. It's our best play. But with no time for modifications, I can't say how long she'll last in there. I say, we've got one shot to charge in.
And no exit strategy?
A proper dramatic do-or-die fight.
The road you run is perilous.
If we have but one chance, I'd say the final day is when we'd have even the slightest odds of success.
But, isn't tomorrow the final day?
Right. That place is churning with the scepter's gathered magla. But if the casting steadily drains it away, then much of the ambient magla should be gone by the last day.
Oh, wow.
A proper dramatic do-or-die fight at the very last minute.
He's not wrong.
We would walk a treacherous tightrope until the very end. But have we ever done things any other way?
We cannot yield now. Luis's ambitions must be stopped, even at the cost of our lives.
Okay. So, if we had gone, if Luis's thing, if we had gone to the Skybound Avatar the day it opened, we would not have gotten to a fight. We'd have been kicked out and then had to play out this month.
Let's give it a shot.
Deadline 10/26, 2 days left. I must defeat Luis and save the country. And that's a 10.
The truth, yes? Can you tell me more about what happened at the Royal Palace?
A proper 10-star quest. So, we've got to do it tomorrow.
Is Elden. Everything is as we were told at the Ancient Sanctum.
What? Bloody hell. That's a heavy hit right off the bat.
That would be an insane thing to learn about a guy like Luis.
Luis knew the truth of the royal scepter. It's a divine relic that absorbs anxiety from the people. That's the fuel for its incredible power.
The masses have grown accustomed to a life where the king bears the brunt and responsibility for their anxieties. All this chaos comes from that dynamics reversal.
Okay, I'm glad she explained it, because I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't really understanding it. But basically, so the king, the people themselves were, whenever they would be overly anxious or anything like that, they never actually had to feel or work through those feelings.
Might need you to slow down a bit.
Okay, yeah, can we go a little bit more in depth into that?
So that's his aim. Luis wants to make this a land of humans.
A drastic remedy to awaken the people spoiled by the royal scepter's power. And their horrific transformation is but the end to his chosen means. Yet I sensed some other reason to go to such atrocious lengths. He pursues some other purpose.
But I also believe Luis when he says he never lies, but a lie by omission is still a lie, right?
Well, if he's Elden, then Luis must have been there when the Sanctus Church made an inferno of his home. So, you suppose it's for revenge?
Forden is dead. If it was for revenge, he'd have already extracted it.
Can't say. He also ordered Zorba to directly attack the Ancient Sanctum after all.
Something he said stuck with me. I think he doesn't trust dreams. As in, he refuses to believe in anything that actually takes a risk, like connecting with people or personal change.
I did not mean to cut her off. So he doesn't believe in fantasies.
Maybe to Luis, dreams are just lies.
Perhaps he wants to push history forward with his own hands, like those of the world past.
Which would basically make him the Zion to our Aleph, I believe. I didn't get very far in SMT2.
It's ludicrous. I'll not let him get away with his self-obsessed madness. If we're to be ruled, it shouldn't be by someone who's given up on the world.
Indeed. Besides, the rightful heir stands with us. Should we succeed, you stand to inherit the throne soon. Are you prepared, Your Highness?
Literally born that way.
Yes, of course.
You really are committed, huh? In any case, we'll confront Louise on the last day. Until then, let's tie up our loose ends so we can fight with no regrets.
You've done a fine job so far. Time to follow through on those campaign promises, eh? Win this one for us.
So what? Can we not go there tomorrow? Or do we have to?
Look at what Louise has made there. Unbelievable. We're getting in there, and we're going to tear it down.
Okay.
What's that about it?
Worldly wisdom. Tyrant Star.
Let's see here.
That's Tyrant Star.
Finally.
Well, we finally have the Lords of Oceania and Montario on board.
You could say.
Both are rotten to the core, mind, but all the same, they remain the sovereign lords of the principalities. Time is short, so we can't afford to overlook their influence and connections. We'll have them speak out against the rioting in the cities. It should help contain the situation, if only a little.
Whoa!
Nice work, Batlin! It's not the first time I've thought this, Heath, but I'm glad to have met you and to stand beside you now. I really did not think Batlin's character was going to turn out this way. He's a stand-up dude. I've always had a rebellious streak, you know. I was a fire under the church's heels, but as soon as I started feeling the heat myself, I'd relent. You know, if they ever do make a metaphor ReFantazio, Batlin will absolutely become a follower bond. I was just avoiding confrontation. Learning a bit too late that maybe I've wasted a lot of my life drowning in anxiety like that. But in the end, you did turn and face it. Yes, well, meeting you showed me what I wanted to be in this world. All those who struggle deserve to know the truth, to have access to information unfettered, without slander, bias.
Isn't that...
That struggle, that anxiety, is what causes Magla to swell up from the heart. And facing those fears is what turns Magla into magic. So it's basically the same persona cycle.
I guess.
I wish people could learn that it's natural to feel anxious, not something to be afraid of. Right. But in the incredibly, very tiny, absolutely minuscule chance that Luis uses his brand of magic, whatever he's got up his sleeve, to turn me into a human...
How goes it?
Why, I'd rip my heart right out my own chest. Show him then and there that I'd rather die than be turned into a monster. Well, it is funny that you put it that way, Batlin.
What?
Let's not put that into the world. I only say it because I have faith that you'll save me well before it comes to that, Your Highness.
So?
Well, tomorrow's the grand finale.
I'll see you later.
If you've any final things to say to anyone, best do it now. I'd hate for you to head to your big to-do with regrets. Oh, okay. So, this is the last day walkabout, and because we just did the thing, we immediately get Batlin's words. But if we had done this earlier, then we'd know we're on the last day because this would start, right?
All good.
Yeah, we might not get another chance. Why not spend time with someone? You only get to pick one? Normally you get to talk to everyone.
Let's go see.
This is probably our last chance to relax like this. I suggest talking to everyone so you can push forward without regrets. Yep. And while you're at it, if you have any completed requests you haven't reported back on, tonight's the night. Whoa. Everybody's got one. Yes, sir. Save the country. So I guess there's no reason to not start here. It'd be crazy if he had anything. And the last day is an idol's day. All right.
Mister?
Don't you have a big job tomorrow? You want to do the same thing that Papa tried to do that day, don't you? That's why I want to talk. So yes. So this is everyone's this is all our follower bond epilogues. Are you sure I'm not bothering you, mister? I know you're real busy and all. Hey, that's great. There's so much I want to talk to you about. The other day I played with my friends and we drew pictures with chalk in the alleyway. We drew lots of flowers and houses and...
And then...
Oh yeah, and one of the nice men who came by to get food said he found a job. He makes plates now. And then...
Sure.
Oh, wow. It sounds like a lot has happened.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun, but now... Everyone in town's been kinda scary lately. They all seem really nervous, and some of them have even been saying that a lot of people are going to die tomorrow. But I know better. Once you become king, everyone will be happy again. Ain't that the truth? I've been telling that to lots of people, but they don't believe me. Some people even think things will get worse. They say a child can't get anything done. But that's not true, is it?
It'll be fine.
Even if I couldn't do it alone, there's nothing I can't do with everyone at my side.
I see.
Right. Then you have my support too, mister. How can I help, though? Oh, I'll talk to everyone. I'll tell them about a place where we can all proudly call home. Is she talking about the hushed honeybee? Maybe everyone's feeling like I did before. Like they've got nowhere to go and everyone else is just out to judge them or hurt them. But mister, you said you'd make a country without all that. Where it'll be peaceful and kind and nobody cries. It'll be a place for everyone. If I tell people that, do you think they'll feel better?
Right.
I think that will definitely help.
Yeah.
Okay then, I'll tell everyone as soon as I can, starting tomorrow. I want to do my best for everyone, just like Papa and Mister. Okay.
Maria?
Well, you're looking very happy, Maria. Anyway, don't forget about that thing you wanted to give him, Okay. Oh, do we get gifts from everyone? Oh, hopefully they'll be really good accessories. Oh, that's right. Okay. Because in the Persona games, the gifts that you get are what really solidify your bond, and it's what unlocks the, I don't need to explain this. Anybody who's played Metaphor ReFantazio has played a Persona game. Handmade charm.
This.
I made it with Miss Fabienne. It'll make sure you and everybody else comes back safe and sound. Thank you. The next time you see me, I'll be king. I sewed it myself, stitch by stitch. It's kinda messy, but I tried my best. Don't look inside, it's kinda embarrassing. Maria was feeling embarrassed, so I reassured her and said goodbye. Now let's see what this thing is, if the homemade charm has any properties.
What now?
Probably under key or under gear? No, it'll be under key items. So I guess it's not a thing. Maybe? Linked igniter, yeah. Handmade charm. +5 magic when channeling the healer lineage. So yes, everybody's got a bit. Well, I don't think that's very good. When channeling the healer lineage, we've got accessories that give us like +5 mag or +5 to all our stats. Okay, well, it'd be cool if it was like +15 magic or something. At last. Tomorrow we finally decide this once and for all. There's something I should like to talk with you about, under the circumstances. Perhaps you'd join me just outside the gate. So everybody's probably going to be able to give us a, Everybody's probably going to be able to give us something that'll help out their specific archetype lineage. We visited this place once before. I trust you still recall that time.
Well, sure.
You fought with Redanth here.
Yes.
Indeed. And following our clash, he was taken into custody. It pains me to say that Grand Trad is still plagued by rampant looting and theft. I dare say the issue has only worsened without Redanth present. 'Tis the cause of the Crimson Sky. The fear has gotten to the people, and even the previously civically minded have gone mad. Fear is a cunning beast. It lurks within, fattening itself on our insecurities, and only bares its fangs when we're most vulnerable. We've all become its prey. I've put many beasts to the sword, yet the method for subduing the creature known as fear still eludes me. I think the best we can do is learn to live with it.
I see.
To live alongside it, rather than be gripped by it, requires a fortitude that is most difficult to achieve. In the past, there were nights where it seemed certain that the beast within would devour me whole. I put myself to blame. At times, I shut my eyes to the world and fell to my own deceptions. I lived so many days in this manner, convinced that I had found strength. Until at last I met you, fell in with our comrades, and came to know so very many people. It was only then that I understood that I was not alone. I've come to depend on and expect a great many things from all of you. Would you believe me if I said that on some level this brings me some shame? Well, she was super self-sufficient before she met us, but...
No.
In my eyes, you've undoubtedly become stronger.
Indeed.
I fought so long to protect others, and now find myself with allies who shield me in turn. It is an experience that made me realize that all that I could not accomplish alone. Those who seek to be the sole vessels of power, such as Louise or Redanth, their solitude offers them some strength, yes, but it also exposes a great many vulnerabilities. Whew, alright. You've protected me countless times when I believed it was my duty to protect you. I owe you the deepest gratitude, for without you, I would not be able to fight as I do now.
That's why.
Our time together brought about an epiphany. I do not seek a one-sided fealty, but as a knight, I wish to serve under a king who supports me as I do them. I wonder if she didn't really feel that with Hithlodius. I'll continue to place my trust in you, as I always have.
I thank you.
You have my thanks. Beginning tomorrow, I shall support you as a true knight of the king. I swear this to you, and as proof of my bond, I present you with this. Knight's Memorandum. Alsace bestowed it upon me when I first received my knighthood. In it, the will of a knight, perhaps one might call it a knight's soul even, is inscribed.
You see?
Your reign will be a period of tumult. You shall bear a great many burdens, and that which bars your way will not be so black and white as Louise. Do you understand this? You shall face every single individual across this land who push their fears and anxieties onto people like His late Majesty and Louise. And many will not even make an effort to bear their own anxiety again. They'll pretend not to notice until they can push it onto someone such as you.
'Tis all right.
I offer little in comfort, except to say that you shall have allies like me by your side to bear it all. I hope you never forget that. We never shall. With our sense of trust in each other deepened, Hulkenberg and I returned to the inn. So we did a bit better with her, picked some better options. But I think let's go next to... let's do Nuris.
Even so.
Yeah. Chat him up, see how he's doing, what he's feeling. Ooh, the way it's starting us off right there. Well. Tomorrow's the main event itself, eh? I thought it'd be nice to have a bit of a chat before then. How about we go somewhere with a nice view? A quick teleport should do the trick. Where does he want to talk at? Back in Grand Trad? Well, we're already in Grand Trad, actually. No, he wanted to go to Brylehaven. No, where is this? Oh, this is Virga Island. Oh, what a grand meteor shower! Like the sky itself wishing you luck with the dance of stars, eh? It's wishing you luck too, isn't it?
Why?
Oh, bound to be. I'm the sky's own cellmate after all. Looking forward to storming the place tomorrow. Although I wish it was showering us with dragon crystals. That would be nice. I have mentioned dragon crystals to you before, haven't I? They're the remains of a great magical entity floating high up in the heavens. Oh, I thought he meant dragon crystals as a poetic way of saying like heroes' jeweled roots, but no, he has not talked about those before. You sometimes find them crashed down in the mountains. We take those and process them for us to use in gauntlet runners, you see, as a semi-biological component. So they use meteors?
True.
My dream was to fly to the sky and pluck one straight from the firmament. Can't you already fly through the sky?
Yeah.
I suppose so. And soon enough, I dare say I'll be able to reach past the clouds to touch the crystals beyond. But it makes me wonder. I've spent a lifetime honing my skills and stuffing myself with knowledge. I can't let myself be satisfied with flying alone, can't I? I mean, we're definitely any trip you want to take anytime, Nurse. You got yourself a partner in crime. Until now, all my research and projects have been for the sake of my dream. The idea of doing it for altruism of public good, poppycock, far too abstract for my tastes.
But
This journey, seeing you all work for the people, for a better world, it's gotten under my skin. Burns in me like the same mad passion of my most ambitious projects. If an invention of mine helps someone out there, gives them joy, that's my part in changing this land, eh? It's just like what you and our merry band do, tromping all over and helping all sorts. A change that happens one city at a time, instead of by order of some lofty authority. This world is full of inconveniences and irrationalities, what? Well, my lad, that's what I intend to change. One invention at a time.
Right.
You make your dream sound so cool. Marvelous, isn't it? Though I still have no idea what I'm going to invent, of course. But soon enough, you'll be crowned king, and that'll be that. But you do know the road ahead is only going to be bumpier, don't you? Everybody seems really keen on reminding us of that, but yes, we do know that. Imagine a grand title like Your Majesty would crush the very backs of most who wore it. And yet you're rather looking forward to it, aren't you? Ah, that reminds me. There's something I'd like you to have. Dragon Crystal Specimen.
here,
The first Dragon Crystal I ever found. Just a shard, really. Not enough magic power to have any practical application. But when I picked this up, that's when my dream hit me. One day I'd go to the skies. And now, here we are.
I'll do it.
I'll get you all to Louise tomorrow, no matter what. We'll make the impossible possible.
Hey,
You hear me, lad? Don't you falter now. We'll never falter. After gazing at the stars for a while, Neris and I returned to the Gauntlet Runner. Man, dragon crystals, those sound like... It'd be cool if there was an item that... Well, no, because... Well, it'd be cool if there was an item that, no matter what, gave you one single archetype level. Because, like, some of the later... Like, the further you get into the archetypes, the more difficult it becomes, honestly.
You've come.
Now I've heard you've got a rather difficult path ahead of you. But I'm happy you came to see me despite it all. You've come all this way, so let's say we have ourselves a wee chat. See what he's got going on. As he bears a burden himself. Ever since that attack from the human, the townspeople have slowly but surely come round to participating in the security activities. I consider that a great welcome change, but...
What happened?
What's worrying you now? I am worried. The security policies, the methods of self-government, all that needs buy-in from the people. We need everyone's voices to both speak and be heard. The hope is that we can find a compromise among all the different opinions and then make a change. It's not easy leading such an affair, let me tell you.
It'll be fine.
You can do it, Barden. I know you can.
Thank you, truly.
Thanks for the support. And you're no stranger to what I'm talking about, are you?
I haven't a choice.
A king chosen by the people will be different from any other king we've ever had. Every citizen will expect something from you, and you'll feel a duty to live up to that expectation. This country is made up of allied states, with a major city as the capital of each state, but now they'll all exist under one nation. Each region has their own rich and complex history and cultures. The wishes of the people are also different.
Yeah.
And you'll be king of all of this. How do you think you're gonna possibly hear all the people's opinions?
That's...
I suppose my only option is to go around and solicit their opinions in earnest. Well, at least you've got the right intentions, but considering your position and the number of subjects involved, it ain't the most practical thing.
You know what?
Here is what I think. A single king cannot possibly listen to each and every one of his subjects. However, if you take a look at the country by region and town, you'll find people such as myself. And I can govern this town according to whatever your kingly wishes may be. And I can collect my people's opinions and transmit them to you. So that way, the king and the people can have a direct connection to each other. We just need other leaders to follow suit. He's got, there's a word for what he's describing. I obviously don't remember it, but that's reassuring to think about. I believe you'll be a righteous king, and many others behind you do too. That said, some only follow whoever they think will come out strongest. Mayhaps some follow you out of fear, just as with Luis. Well, we'll be able to change their minds and show them that they don't have to fear our style of leadership. You have a duty to them, toward them just as any other, though, and no doubt you'll have days where you just want to run away.
On the other hand...
And on those days, remember this. There are those who are determined to walk with you through thick and thin.
Don't you worry.
They believe and support you. They will correct you when you err, and little by little you'll look back and see more and more people behind you.
Have a look.
Now that reminds me, the townspeople wanted to give this to you. What's this? Desert glass lantern. Ooh, pretty. They fused glass and sandworm husk to make this. It's a specialty household item unique to Martira. Everyone here makes use of it. In fact, they hope to make production of this a major industry in Martira. Our artisans practice pretty hard these days. You just watch. My city is gonna flourish under your rule. And we wouldn't have it any other way. I spent some time reassuring Barden, who was overcome with emotion. Barden's a great dude. Who do we want to... I think a party member is due. Or I should probably go through everyone who's not a party member first, right? In which case, we might want to meet up with... Well, give me 1 second. So how are you feeling, Yufa? Yeah, let's go to Etria. See what Adeni's up to. Big bro Adeni. Brother!
You've come.
Oh, if it isn't my dear sister. And with Heath in tow. Have you come all this way to see me? Yes, I needed to talk with you at any cost. We told Adeni about tomorrow's decisive battle against Luis. Tomorrow is finally the day, is it? Then allow me to take this opportunity to speak with you. Once you stop Luis and take the throne, what are your plans for what follows? Surely you don't imagine the book will close on a happily ever after. Everybody keeps telling us about the big burden we're in for, which is not wrong. Your people will not be a monolith. Even your supporters who agree with you will have varied expectations, and those differences will drag you down. All as enemies lurk in the shadows.
Right.
You're right, but I have no choice but to follow through.
Oh.
You worry too much, brother. Heath has us with him. No matter how thorny the path he walks becomes, we are all determined to walk it beside him.
I see.
Good. If you are resolved, I have nothing further to say. I pray that with every step you take, the path bears fruit. Listen for word of our victory tomorrow, brother. We're going to survive and will most certainly return to the island.
Now that you mention it...
Oh, wait. I had something I wanted to give you, Heath. I'll run into the house to retrieve it. He's probably going to say something about all the handshakes that we've had with Yufa, huh? That Yufa, always in such a hurry. She'll never change. I've been looking after her for a long time, but I'm thinking it's time to entrust that role to someone else.
Yeah.
I'd like you to entrust me with that role.
Thanks.
I'm glad to hear you say that. Yufa trusts you too. Actually, it's quite clear that she does more than that. If you've been planting false expectations in my sister's heads, I hope you know I won't stay quiet about it. No, not particularly. I sense hostility from Adeni, who's sporting a fake smile. Definitely a holdover from a different version of this game. It looks like you two are having a rousing conversation. Indeed, we were talking about the swarms of vicious man-eating sharks that teem in the night sea. I was telling him that if someone were to be thrown in, they'd die instantly. Oh, it's like that, Adeni? Jeez. The adults told me that lie all the time when I was a child. Bad children who lie will be thrown into the sea at night, they'd say.
What is it?
You're looking a little pale, Heath. What's wrong? Yeah, it's all good. It's all good in the neighborhood. Well, didn't you say you have something to give him?
See this for yourself.
Yes, I do. Here, Heath, for your hands only. Rippling shell. This is the shell of a ripple snail. It's a good luck charm here on the island. If you hold it to your ear, you can hear the sound of the ocean. That's really just the sound of the blood rushing in your head, but... Tradition says it contains a prayer for its owner to return home safely, just like how the waves return to shore. Wives give these to their husbands when they head out to sea. Do they now? That's quite the gift. No, did I say that husbands? Anyway, let's get going. We've got a big day ahead of us. We said our goodbyes to Adeni and returned to Grand Trad. Yeah, we had to get out of there. Them sharks were looking a little hungry. But the rippling shell is all fine and good. I believe next up... Dang. I'm doing these in the order of how much I like them, except for the first two, because they just happen to be near each other. In that case, I believe next up will be... Honestly, it might be Basilio. And don't get me wrong, I like everybody. But it's like, you have the B pluses, A minuses, stuff like that. So everybody's got a good passing grade, but... Go ahead and let's see what we can see.
All right.
First time I saw the ocean. Know what I said? God damn, biggest pond I ever seen. Del got a good laugh out of that one. Del, Lady Rella, Vinka. I thought we'd always be together. I figured I'd already lived my life the way I wanted. Now I got some perspective on it though. There's so much I never did. Somehow it never really hit me that I could die at any moment. Just like that. Everything I am could suddenly end. Even after nearly dying as a kid. Real stupid, aren't I?
Hold on.
What do you regret never doing, Basilio? Never opening that restaurant?
Del.
I think Del wanted to stay by Lady Juna's side for the rest of his days. Never said it, of course, but I could tell. It was always in his eyes when he looked at her. Aww. But he'll never see her again. And me, I'll never see Lady Rella again. Oh! The brothers had a crush on the sisters? I never got to tell her how she saved me. How I'd really admired her. Never told her how I felt about her, and now I never will. Oh, well, yeah. Rella got such a... I don't like... This is definitely about Basilio. It's his moment, of course. But Rella got so screwed over. 12 years old and then forced to commit murder, dude. Man, she never had a freaking chance. But I think it's kind of cool of Atlas to introduce that sort of star-crossed aspect. I once swore to you, right, that I'd help make a world where everyone could smile and laugh. Lady Rella, Vinka, and Del. They were all tangled up in the worst parts of this twisted country, and they all suffered for it. This land runs on suffering, and somehow all its weak and meek ended up fuel for its fires. A crown on your head won't make that easier to change. Yeah, and each pair lost one half of their other half, I guess.
It'll be fine.
Nevertheless, I'm going to fight for that change. We've got this, don't we?
Obviously.
Hell yeah. Nobody's gonna keep us down. Nothing happens as fast as you want it to. Lots of people are gonna resent change. It's a scary thing, yeah?
Still.
Through the fear, if we're all wishing for the same thing, that'll be a force to be reckoned with. Slow it or not, this piece of shite world will change. I only started seeing the light from hanging about with you. So no matter what goes down tomorrow, I'm gonna make sure that crown's yours. Actually, I've got another reason for being here today. Hold on a sec. Hopefully he gives us something as good as that Sandrose silk or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Just bought this. Here, take it. He went and bought this just now? Golden perfume cream. It's made of some rare beeswax or something, apparently. They say the scent brings good fortune. Lady Rella had it when she was fixing me up. Gave me a little dab on both cheeks. Said she hoped I could smile again. Hoped my luck would turn. A slum rat like me. So now I'm giving it to you, Heath. Hope fortune favors you tomorrow.
All right.
Well, suppose we better head back. Big day ahead, yeah? Aw. Hopefully, Rella will turn out to be able to get unthawed, so at least she and Basilio can have their happily ever after. And I believe next up is going to be Juna. Her favorite food is the secretest of secrets. Wonder why that is. So how are you feeling? Are we going back to the Nydia flowers thing? Or the Eureka flowers? Whatever they are. Here we are.
Hold on a second.
Tomorrow's the battle we've put our lives on the line for. I thought I'd let Rella and Fidelio know.
This place...
Does this place have sentimental value to you?
Here.
It was here that my sister lived and treated the sick, so it's where she met Basilio and Fidelio. She saw that work as her atonement, but she saved so many lives in the process. Fidelio and Basilio were two of those people. She brought them back from the brink of death. Feels like ages ago now. Rella and Fidelio kept their emotions buried deep, but the love they had for my singing was real, wasn't it?
No.
Their love wasn't limited to your voice. I wonder if that's true. Basilio certainly seemed to think so. Sometimes I think singing is all I amount to. And while I'm proud it's made me self-sufficient, it can be a lonely way to live. I guess sometimes I just want to be accepted for who I am as a person, and not just a pretty voice.
And?
Why am I spilling my guts like this? I mean, we're the king. I accept you as a person, Juna.
Huh?
Now hold on! You can't just say that kind of thing with a straight face! I call foul! Then again, you did make me a promise, remember? You promised we'd make a world where people could listen to me sing with peace in their hearts. And thinking about it, something struck me. Where would you be in the scenario? Listening from a faraway throne? Or would you be by my side? I'd been meaning to ask you that, but I kept putting it off. Your answer would feel like our story's end, and I'm not ready for it to be over.
Yep.
So I'll ask you when this is truly all over. After the day of hero and you become king. Then you can answer me. I'm looking forward to it.
Thanks.
Now I feel like I can fight with everything I've got tomorrow. So yes, I like, it's so easy to see how these scenes were reworked from being like the rank 10s for, like, maybe a romantic version of this existed, but it's only platonic now. Tomorrow will be a performance of a lifetime. I expect you in the audience, Rella. Fidelio? Well, it's getting late. Let's head back.
Look at this.
Oh, one more thing. I want you to have this and hold it close, so you'll never forget me. Erica flower bookmark, yeah. This flower used to represent fear and humiliation to me, but once you become king, I hope it comes to mean liberty. One day this country will balk at the very idea of innocent children turned slaves. It may not be easy. In fact, many will probably oppose it. But we still have to make it happen. We have to believe in our ideals and continue onward. Heath, you feel the same way, don't you? Well. Yeah, like, I'm sure Clamars wouldn't turn their heads at Parapis being made slaves or something like that, but soon we'll be golden. And next up, I have to say it'll actually probably be Leon. And again, I like all of the characters, some more so than others.
At last.
But they're all pretty great. All pretty excellent.
Now then.
Let's dig in. I asked Fabienne to go all out and load us up with extra special dishes. I see. So this is my last supper.
No.
Don't even joke like that. Just enjoy the meal and think of it as preparation for tomorrow. Fabienne, keep it coming if you would. Hey, and they get to cameo here too. What? Misters, you ate all that meat! I mean, we're still growing men. I served more than people usually finish too. Shall I bring out another helping?
No.
This was more than enough. It was great, thank you. Tomorrow you're going to fight, right? Almost correct, Maria. We're going to fight and win. Then this guy here will become king and make this a good country. A good country? A country where no one will cry anymore. Yeah. So won't you cheer us on, Maria?
Yeah.
Of course! I'll always cheer for you. Miss Fabienne will too, right? Naturally. We'll wait here with bated breath for their triumphant return, won't we? Thanks for the food! It did look pretty good. A good country. You know, Heath, if I felt even for a moment that Luis's ideology had merit, I might not be in this fight. But we know that's not the case. He desires a country where the weak and helpless are culled. Everyone would know and see that, yet do nothing. No one would benefit by saving such people. They would be written off as a loss, and yet the masses still support Luis. When did our country become so bleak? When indeed, Leon, when indeed. We'll help anyone in need. It started as little more than a clever campaign slogan, but thinking back, I think we all felt power in those words. Still, speaking the words is easy, but acting on them is another thing entirely, even for a king.
Right.
You're right, but we still have no choice but to see it through.
Right.
True enough. I know your mind is set, so I suppose I wasted my breath bringing it up.
Got a moment?
Remember, the inheritance my parents left me was all the people of Halia. Our people are our greatest fortune. I will never forget that. It is a pretty good lesson for a noble to take to heart. My parents were good lords, and the people of Halia loved them for it. I truly hope with all my heart that this country becomes that and more.
Take this.
So, I want you to have this. Crested short sword. This short sword has been passed down through House Haliatus for generations. It's said to protect its owner. The fact I've survived until now is proof enough. He really wants us to live long enough to be able to pass it on to somebody else. No matter what happens tomorrow, win. Don't die. You must fight for the sake of the many lives in this country.
It'll be all right.
I'll be right there with you. Dude, Stroll is actually extremely cool. Like, he's definitely a very strong bro character. An Atlas bro. And after him, sad to say, but it's probably got to be Katharina. But she still hit top 5, so that's good. Always excellent. And is she in... Oh, she's still in Altaberry hanging out. She's so tall compared to us. It throws me off every time.
Hey, so...
Remember how I said I had something to tell you? Well, the educational program we founded is really doing aces.
Listen.
I'm sure it couldn't have happened without you, Katharina. Well, you ain't wrong about that. But you're still the one who gave me the opportunity course. Just goes to show we can make a place for ourselves in the world without stealing and deceiving. You taught me that, you know. It was you who got my friends the opportunity to make a decent living. Some of them even moved to other towns and opened up shop. Wow, moving on up in the world.
What a day.
At this rate, I'm gonna have to take up something new just to keep up.
What?
Are you thinking of pursuing a new line of work? Well, yeah. You know, at this point, I'm done bounty hunting. Really, she's leaving the life behind. And I've been thinking on another thing once I told ya. That we're allies fighting for this country. Our paths are different, but we've got a common goal. Got a couple of thoughts running loose in my noggin, actually. If you become king, I think I'll journey abroad. Abroad? There's places other than the kingdom here? There's places other than Ukrainia?
If you want my opinion...
I bet someone in charge could use some intel from faraway lands. I could get that for you. A king's gonna need all the help we can get.
Right.
That's perfect for you, Katharina. I'll be counting on you. Then I'll find out what's good, what's bad, and what's going on in the world and report back. We can solve the world's issues together.
Really now?
Words of warning though. Don't let this country go to the dogs while I'm gone. If everybody's not prancing around on Merry Lake when I get back, I'll knock you a good one. Yeah, we trust her to do so. Won't much care to not see your ugly mug for long spurts, but better to make myself useful, I suppose. Aww. I'm gonna do what I do best, and the only payment I want is you watching over me. I'll let you think good and hard on what I mean by that. Well, sure. Proper daft. I'm out of here. Oh. So, Juna's wasn't as straightforward, but Katharina very obviously likes the main character. Except for one thing. There was something everyone made for you, so here you go. Wooden doll sculpture.
I present to you.
Read for your thoughts? They tried to make it look like you. Not bad by half, eh? Everyone brought their best talents to it. Whether it was carving the wood, painting those pretty colors, all that. If you could mass produce those dolls, it'd make a good souvenir, yeah? We can make it a Uchronia specialty item. Like they say, dream big. Tomorrow's battle's only the first piece of that dream. So you better pull out all the stops and win. This country's gonna be ours for the building. So, Katharina's gonna go abroad to these never before mentioned other places in this world. I thought we'd seen all of it, but guess not. So, who ranks number 4 in our list? I'm going to say it'll be Heisme. So Heisme is definitely my favorite party member.
Finally.
But he is great. Like I said, I would definitely buy a plush of Heisme. Tonight's drink is quite exquisite indeed.
So then...
Well, maybe I'll have a drink too. Apologies, but you are not yet of age. Soon, perhaps. I do truly look forward to the day when you and I will enjoy a drink together.
However...
It's been a long road, yes? But tomorrow we fight to decide the fate of this country. 'Tis a strange notion to contemplate. Previously, I used alcohol to blunt the edge of sorrow's blade. No, rather, it was a self-administered poison, which I used to hasten my own departure from this world. Oh, he was literally drinking himself to death? But, as it graces my lips on this night, I find that the flavor has changed completely. Does it taste better now?
Yes.
Quite. As I think on the alcohol becoming a part of my flesh and blood, it permeates that much deeper. Whoa, he's trying to get turned. Previously, it mattered not when I died. But now that I've dedicated myself to living on for my son, I shall no longer await death, but will endeavor to not waste life. Tomorrow, clutching all that I have left of him, I hope to witness the dawn of a new future for this country. That is my new purpose, the reason I rise each day.
Cheers.
And so, tonight I raise my glass and make a toast to my star of hope. Are you referring to me? When I resigned to live out my days in that cave, who came to me with renewed hope in tow? Who else could it be but you? And it is not just whom you've inspired. In addition to my fellow villagers, a great many people now believe in a brighter future, with the only common thread among them being you. Whatever darkness lies before us, I believe the ideals you herald will shine above many. What's he gonna give us, though? For those who suffer, for those who roam without purpose, and for those paralyzed by inaction. With that light upon their breast, they shall step forward once more. So we're gonna be a lodestar for them.
Now then.
Martha ain't got nothing on us. Before we return inside, there is something I would like to give you. Ashen Meteorite Bracelet. It is an amulet from my hometown, crafted from a rock that shimmers even in the total absence of light. Perfect for finding one's way. Parents often give them to their children, hoping the amulet will protect their kin when they cannot. Befitting of our situation. is it not?
Well then.
Now then, let us head back in and prepare. An eventful day is ahead of us. So this will up our ninja skills. Or our thief lineage skills, which includes the ninja. So, at the bottom of the top 3, I'm going to have to go, as much as it pains me, dang. As much as it pains me, it actually might be Brigitte, if I'm being 100% honest. So she's definitely still my favorite female follower bond. Top 3. But there's that one detail about Alonso that just wins him the... Those Yujiv children I took in seem to be regaining their spirits, little by little.
Yes.
The grief of losing their parents and hometown is not easily buried, of course, but I thought enlisting them as my helpers might provide a welcome distraction. What are they helping with? Probably, hopefully no igniter experiments. Basilia would fly off the freaking handle at that. I've no intention of putting such small children on anything dangerous. That's what I have you here for. Oh, that's what I have you here for, after all. I've been racking my brain, trying to think of functions for an igniter that would have no use as a weapon. For lack of any ideas of my own, I asked the children. It was like I'd opened a floodgate. Idea after idea. Jet shoes based on wind propulsion. Super brooms that clean the floor with water and wind magic combined.
Right.
Sounds like fun.
Yes.
Indeed. They dreamed up all kinds of things. Even better is that all the suggestions really could help improve people's lives, with a little adjustment for practicality. They also suggested a pen that could write sparkling text, and an instrument that could play itself. Of course, I asked what the point of these trifles could be. I mean, there's definitely room for merriment in people's lives, nothing wrong with that. And their response, it'd be fun. In short, their playthings. The thought took me entirely off guard. Their suggestions were worthless as weapons. They barely even sounded useful. But I could certainly see them putting smiles on children's faces. Like a bunch of the crap toys back in the 90s. Perhaps that's just what this country needs. Something good for nothing but a smile now and then. So, you're planning on opening a toy shop?
I see now.
It does sound interesting in its own quaint way, but I have something broader in mind, something not limited to igniters. Sanctism dominates this country in many ways. They prop it off of every destructive igniter sold, while entertainment and tools of simple utility are restricted. I'm going to change that. I'll make this a country known for better products, tools for happiness instead of violence.
Listen.
As for this country you dream of, you've not even set foot on that path yet. To look at the distance you must tread, many would advise against it. But I will walk it beside you. I know I can count on you. Just watch. Between my connections, my tech, and my business sense, it'll be a simple task. Heath, give me your hand. Reaching out to someone without any sort of self-interested calculation. I haven't done this since I was a child. I was too scared. Yet somehow, you make it possible. My dreams, my aspirations, let this handshake be as entrusting them to you. So yes, whoa. A small trinket of some sort was placed in my palm, entrusted to me. She's slick with it, Brigitte's brooch.
This here.
Personally cut and polished, I'll have you know. I looked for a magla crystal that gleams with the same clarity as your eyes. It's a meager little thing to hold, but I hope you can feel how heavy my wishes have made it. May fortune favor you. Yeah, we are so deeply unlucky that there's no romance in this game, because it would have been Brigitte, no doubt about it.
Try not to die.
You are hope. For the children, for me, and hope is not so easily replaced. Without a shadow of a doubt, I spent some time with Brigitte, talking of our hopes for changes soon to come. It is not even close. That character design, dude. Atlas cooked. So now the wait, what's that? Oh, it's the Idols Day thing. So now our number 2, which is Alonso. Go ahead and see what he's got cooking up. Though I think he is absolutely, he is an extremely interesting character, but I guess that comes with being the faker.
Oh?
A candidate to the very end. I can hardly believe it. And I dare say you've made dying for your sake quite worth it.
So,
any plans to come back from the dead, Alonso? That depends on you. I'm currently planning what to do next after you're king. I'm certain it'll be quite chaotic in this country for some time. Firstly, we'll have the loudmouth chaps haranguing people, scoundrels showing up sordid books by milking your muddled masses before anyone's the wiser. So he'll be able to catch those guys. And of course, those scoundrels will have great political and financial interests. You'll have vultures lying in wait round every corner.
that's true.
All the better. Tell them to bring it on.
Interesting.
How very like you to say. In the end, what choice do you have? If you can't pawn it off on someone else, best to buckle down and take it on. But don't worry, I'll not leave you to your own devices. Perhaps I'll enter the political arena, be your speaker of sorts. You'll have your political opponents in the years ahead doing their best to drag you down, undermine your ideals, and line their pockets while they're at it. I figured I'd make use of this silver tongue of mine to uniformly dismantle their schemes and force their timely exeunt.
Well,
that's reassuring to hear. Yeah, working from the shadows to get rid of our enemies.
Interesting.
I'll see all their ploys for what they are. A lie for a lie. Sick a bad guy on the bad guys, in other words. My nature has changed not one iota. I am a two-faced trickster who schemes upon and deceives others. He did say he really likes doing that, but even I could truly glimpse the hope you aim to create in this country. So, I'll use my lies to support you until the end. Surely these are the sorts of lies my mother would overlook, yes? I think she would. And
moving on.
I'm glad to have met you. Before we part, I have but one word of advice for my future king. If ever an enemy appears insurmountable, tell yourself this. My opponent is strong, but that is all they are. It is fine to fear an enemy's strength, but let not that fear consume you. Steel yourself, and remember, the enemy is strong, yet I will prevail.
It's fine.
Determination will be your power. Determination is all you need to break through. It is the weapon you'll wield to seize your tomorrow.
Well then.
And with that, farewell. I leave you with both my parting extollments and my toll for departing penitents. So he left his gift in the seat then? There's a folded envelope tucked underneath the shoulder strap of my bag. Oh, he's got quick hands. Inside was a silver coin I'd never seen before, with an identical design on either side. Oh, he gave us a trick coin! I felt Alonso's candor, a man of many faces now unmasked. Mysterious silver coin. And now, finally, we've got the one I'm most interested in. Though, if the option were available on a second run, I would definitely pick Alonso to romance. But, of course, that's not available for it.
perhaps.
Let's see how things stand. So, I guess we have to find Moore's Phantom. So, he's the only one we can't teleport to. Well, alright. And I wonder, okay, whatever Moore gives us will probably just power up the Seeker. I told Moore about my final battle with Luis tomorrow. He's actually still quite the mystery, all things considered. I see. So at last we have reached the final battle for the throne. Luis is a foe more fearsome than any you have faced. Do you truly believe you can defeat him?
Leave it to me.
I'll win. I know I will.
Yes.
Good. Spoken like a king to be. In striving toward the apex of all archetypes, you've surely marked yourself as worthy of rule. If you were to take the throne, That would thusly end my imprisonment under the last king's decree. You know, it's funny. The royal king's the royal king faded, but I guess this aspect of his royal magic is still in full force.
I have faith in you.
I trust that you'll win. You must, if I am ever to know freedom again. However selfish a reason that is. But any other possible king could free you just as easily, right?
But
even if they could, any other king might only condemn me as the past king did. I, and those who believe such ideals, could be easily imprisoned once more.
How delightful.
To finally be allowed back into the world I've dreamed of. But under your reign, it will seem a new world altogether. Perhaps you saw phantoms in my image throughout your travels, but that's all they were. Through all this, I remained locked in this prison. I wish I could travel the lands again, as I did in my youth. What extraordinary sights I would see.
Indeed.
First to the royal capital Grand Trad. I would be content to watch the people go about their daily lives. Then off to Brylehaven by way of Martira. That is a familiar path. That sounds like a familiar path. And so it should. After all, the tales of your journey have inspired me so much. I wish I could travel at your side. If the chance existed, no matter how slim, I'd take it. Though I suppose that's a dangerously insolent proposal for a king to be.
Please.
Still, once you are king, if you ever decide to tour the country or return to the road, please, allow me to join you. Sounds good to me.
I thank you.
To walk a country born anew, together with its new king. It is like a dream. My heart bursts with anticipation. That reminds me. I'm sure it's far too early to prepare for our trip together, but let me give you this. And so, White Raven Quill.
What say you?
For all you have learned, for graduating from your studies in academia, I award you this diploma. Let its white wings mark your flight from this bookish nest.
I can hardly wait.
Now, once you leave this place, we shall remain apart for a short while. But I look forward to seeing you again soon. And that's all of them. But yes, because Moore's, in order to advance in his, we have to develop our archetypes.
Hello.
Oh. Well, I guess it takes us into that menu after, alright, but yeah. There is nothing else for us here. Oh, no, before I forget, we have a bunch of stuff that we can purify, and I never went there on, camera, but when I had to redo the thing, I went to, the Royal Capital Grand Trad, and now the St. Firmus Church is headed by Godot. So, we had a nice little exchange on that front. But let's purify things. Significantly increases pierce attack strength. Or I just want to make sure we got plenty of bombs of life. No, I think I've got to go to a yeah, let's go to Spotto's Smithy. And let's check out Gloom Hall or Bloom Hall or whatever the heck. Appraise. We have a lot. Yeah, a lot of this stuff ain't really worth anything. But who knows? It might have some good effects. Normal attacks inflict hex. Increases attack strength. Increases electric attack strength. Increases the cost and strength of money skills. Increases damage against undead type monsters. And then nothing else there.
Now then.
Alright. So... oh! There is new stuff, but it's at the top, and it's not that great. So yes, we've barely been to Gloam Hall, but maybe they've got something insane here. Magic Shop Negotiator. Now a chance to buy some valuable items. Oh, battle items. Yeah. Snow Queen's breath? Well, hey. Alicorn's breath, Beelzebub's breath. Halves the turn cost of using guard. Hold on. Able to perform 2 consecutive actions. Actions use turn icons as normal. These are insane. And we can buy multiple? These are insane. 2 consecutive every time? Oh, are these consumable? No, these are accessories. We can buy 4 max of all of these. I mean, yeah, that's insanely good. Reduces the turn cost of synthesis. Dodging an attack depletes all of the attacker's turn icons. Okay. Not going to be able to... Resists fire. These would have been nice. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
Oh, whoops. We're going to have to... Hold on, because I do not want to forget.
What now?
We need to go into our equipment and then give ourselves back what we had. It was the, not the White Sand Rose. And it's not all stats plus 8. Yeah. But it was something, we had something better than that, didn't we? Full Moon Medal, no. Ha, oh well. But dang, I should have been coming back to Gloamhall more often. So yes, one of each of these protects against wind, against light, and against dark. Prevents paralysis, prevents hex. Yeah. Prevents daze, prevents forget, prevents sleep. These would have been so good to have. But, alright. Dodger ring. Dodging depletes all of an enemy's turn icons. Resists fire damage. What's the Praetorian Cloth do? Halves the turn cost of using guard. I rarely guard, but just to have it, we'll do the one. But okay, yes. An excellent use of our time and efforts. Now I'm feeling particularly good about all this. And there's no one else to chat with. Right, so the only thing left to do,
let's head there right away.
Go to the Hushed Honeybee and turn in so that we can explore tomorrow. It's been a good day. We'll probably have one final scene with Gallica. She's always with us, though. Alright.
Good night.
Or not? Okay, well.
Hey.
Yes. There is one last one with Gallica. You're still up, right? I was thinking about everything that's happened so far, and now I can't sleep either. It's incredible, isn't it? In the beginning, it was only the 2 of us, but now you have so many allies around you. So many people lent you a hand and believed in you. I wonder why everyone's so drawn to you. Maybe because I seem like a good person? You certainly don't look like a bad person, and that's a comforting place to start from.
Well...
Whatever you feel about it aside, I bet the people who support you from the heart feel like they can trust their own wishes and ideals in your hands.
Yep.
Maybe that's what a real king needs.
What?
What do you mean?
Let's see.
I think a real king is someone who's always fighting for the wishes and ideals of others, not his own. When you think about it, the previous king's royal magic was apt and made sure everyone could wish for their king.
Excuse me.
Remember, the source of magic is anxiety. And I mean, anxiety is just a hope combined with a fear, don't you think? When people think, I want to do this, or I want to be like that, it becomes a power that can create or change things. Luis draws his power this way. No one more fervently believes in his ideology than he does.
But
But you? You fight for the modest wishes of many, many people. So take it to heart. The wishes you bear now will one day be the power you wield.
Let's have faith.
That's magic I'm sure will defeat even Louise. Look at the time. We should really try to sleep so we can give our all tomorrow.
Here.
Actually, I made something for you that might help. Here. Sachet of Calm. Smells nice, doesn't it? It's enchanted with magic that calms the heart. It'd be cool if it was also like played music magically or something, but now, lie back, close your eyes. The fear, the anxiety, they aren't your enemy. They are the well from which you gather your strength.
Good night.
And a good night to you too, Gallica.
The day of the hero draws near, which shall see the crowning of a new king. One day remains.
Right, October 26th.
I think this is finally it.
Today is indeed the day.
By the next sunrise, whoever has the most support will be the victor, chosen by the royal magic.
At this point, our approval rating should be neck and neck.
We've gathered enough support to be a match for the Blackguard, but we could be undone by the slightest change in the winds.
I mean, the royal scepter's in Luis's hands now. Whoever the royal magic picks, we'll still have to go stop him.
It is a feat only we can accomplish.
We'll get it done. And Del, you better be watching.
He's not just watching, he's cheering us on, that's for sure.
No matter what happens, I will protect you. 'Tis my oath.
You'll come back, right?
Yes, we're definitely gonna come back. She's got a lot of anxiety after what happened to her dad.
It feels just like it did on the day Papa left. Oh, I'm sorry. I know I shouldn't cry. Oh.
Don't worry. Everything will turn out fine. Right, Your Highness?
Yeah.
I'll come back as king.
Don't you worry, Maria.
Right. Then I won't cry. I'll wait for you.
Luis seemed earnest in his wishes, at least. We'd be mistaken to cast him as a villain of pure black and white.
No, he thinks that, I think on a fundamental level, we agree. Just the way we're going about it is, like, his way is completely insane.
But whatever his motives, it doesn't change the fact that his methods amount to massacre.
Yeah, see.
Even if there's more to Luis's arguments than it seemed, you're all my friends. We've come this far together, and I'll always believe in you over him.
Yes, I agree.
'Tis a sentiment you know we all share. Let us vanquish Luis and rebuild our country.
Yes, we've got this in the bag!
I am glad we travel as friends. I thought that the reason we are less susceptible to the Magla's maddening power was thanks to our mastery of the archetypes. But perhaps it's something else.
We're not giving in to our anxieties because we have so many people around us to help and support us.
We just need someone with whom our hearts connect. Someone who is willing to face the same anxiety alongside us and move forward.
Indeed. I too was a slave to my despair, but you all helped me find my way back. I know I'd be lost without you.
He really was.
At some point. This is getting a bit syrupy, even for me. Let's just make sure we survive. So the people of a new kingdom can hear our tales.
Yes, she's completely right. We'll definitely have one for the ages once we get through with this guy.
Then we better have a proper bash once we're back safe and sound. You let the good lady Fabienne know we're reserving the place. Hey, Maria?
Okay. I'll ask her to cook something delicious too.
Now that'd be a treat. She cooked this fantastic red grass bedo the first time I was here, and it's been on my mind since.
Well, we've actually made it ourselves a couple of times.
By request, I've pushed the Skyrunner to her absolute limits too. On my honor as a right, I swear the old girl will get us there in one piece.
We've trusted Nuris with our lives enough times to really know he's got our backs on this.
Bit of a one-way trip, though. Can't promise a return flight.
We'll figure something out.
Well, we're used to improvising escape routes. Tomorrow we settle this. Once and for all.
It's time. Early morning into the afternoon. We're finally heading into that storm of Magla, where Luis is waiting for us. When you're ready, just pick the location on your map. So there's really nothing else left to do.
What now?
We'll drop another save here. And then without further ado, it's gonna be time to see the actual final dungeon.
We've come too far to waver now. Nowhere left to go but forward.
Route map. We've been to every other place, seen everything on the map. We've only got one shot to go there, and tomorrow's too late. Been everywhere, seen everything, no stone left unturned, no monster left unslain, no quest left undone.
Let us hurry.
Feels good, actually. This place is a little barren, but this is the Elda place, right? No. I'm sure we've got everything.
Let's head there.
All right.
Luis is waiting for us here. Today we settle this once and for all.
Wait.
Ready to take on Luis. Once we set off, there's no turning back. Understand?
Understood.
So we bring the fight to them.
Let's be off. Animated cutscene?
It's a vortex of tremendous magic. The magla in the air is so dense I can almost grasp it in hand.
Eurus! That was not an encouraging sound.
Yeah, she's breaking apart.
Lost. So much for the armored hull.
Come up, man. You have to find a way through this.
Well, consequences can come later. I'm taking off her limiters. Hold on. Come on, old girl. We're partners. Keep it together.
So while we're running the dungeon, I'm sure he can put this thing back together, right? Now animated?
It is not so much a place as it is raw magla, furious and unchecked. The shores of the hereafter spill forth from the royal scepter, now in the hands of Luis. If it is the sun that proclaims the day, and the moon that ushers the night, then the celestial lord of these red skies, ill with anxiety, is the Tyrant Star. We await tidings, be they favorable or ruinous. The future of the kingdom will at last be decided.
One true last showdown.
Close shave. Rather too close. But we made it.
There better be Elementa rooms here, dude. I want to be able to grind my archetypes up.
But that rattling doesn't sound too clever. I think this is as far as the old girl goes.
It's broken? But what about our way back?
I think we've made it pretty clear that it was going to be a tough one-way trip here.
Calm down, old thing. I'll try some repairs. It's just I've never seen her in such a bad way.
'Tis as we expected then. We have no escape routes.
Hopefully the Tyrant Star doesn't explode when we take down Luis. That would be bad.
Well, if things get rough out there, you can give me a shout. Still got the bunks if you need some rest to pull yourself together.
Ooh, we'll be able to rest there to completely recover then.
Right. Let's move.
Now.
At last.
Yes. It is time. And there's Morse Phantom. So we'll save over this one. And then it'll be golden time to head in. Up and in. Up and in.
Let's do it.
This is the end. The mission we were assigned. The duty the prince was born into. Let's see them both to success. It's not going to take us right to the fight, is it?
Ready?
Time to move forward. Are you ready?
Yeah.
We will soon confront Luis and finally put an end to him. Is there no dungeon? Okay,
This place.
It's more horrifying than I even imagined. It really is like the end of the world.
But this is.
A place cannot become so warped simply through melancholization. There is nothing here other than Magla. So this is Luis's ideal world. A new era in which only humans survive.
No way.
Is this truly the world Luis envisioned the whole time? A world built on power alone would be so desperately lonely.
Please, take care.
I feel a powerful presence. Several, in fact, and none of them are Luis. Safe to assume he set traps for us then. We'd best deal with whatever she's sensing head on.
Yep.
True, we have no idea what would happen if we left him be, so let's press on and dismantle his plan. Make easy work of these guys. Let me make sure I've got... We're still on the Warlock, which we don't actually need to be. He will go... He'll actually go back onto the Cleric. Heismay... We'll put him on... Well, I guess he can stay on the Dragoon. Or, let's do this... Well, not the Summoner. Commander... Yeah, in order to get to Tycoon, put him on Commander. Basilio... No turn icon is lost. I actually think I want him on the Gunner. Alright.
There are enemies around.
I mean, everything here should be complete fodder to us. Yep. And then the artifact experience comes fast, and this thing, these are what we were specifically wanting to hunt. They give 500 XP flat for everything. Definitely the best ones to hunt.
Nice find.
Miraculous medicine. Oh. And we've got a Melancholia crystal.
I see the enemy.
Yeah. Nope. So our archetypes are going to be actually insane by the time we're done with this. Ooh, another Hero's Jeweled Root. These things look so demonic, but I guess that's the point. There's an Elementa over there. You can see it's red on the map. Now the only question is, how does one get there? Aha! Yep. So much XP for everybody. I should have waited, well, not should have waited, because we definitely needed to grind in order to get to where we did against the dragons.
I think we're in the clear.
But it is nice.
That should come in handy.
Judgment White Mask.
There they are.
I'm not sure. There's still a couple of things that we need to make for the Masked Dancer, but it's all stuff that only the Royal Masked Dancer can use. Oh, okay. I'm not sure why we hit an invisible wall right there, but I guess we have to wait for that thing to load in. So if we swing... Well, let's go this way first. Whoa. Yeah, let's head this way, because it seems to be away from the way forward. A bunch of, yeah! Everything's getting the business. Yeah, they don't give very much. Level 40 only. Oh well. Serene Headband. Let me check to see what that does. It might be godlike. Equipment. There it is. Serene Headband. Increases evasion against slash pierce. Okay, no. I mean, that's fine. It's not the greatest thing ever, but being strictly fine means that I don't see myself doing anything with that. Wait, actually, compared to when we fought him the first time, doesn't Luis use a lot of those? Oh. Well, let's see. Damn, a dead end.
What?
Strange, isn't it? But I'm sensing something. This doesn't feel like a dead end at all. When we step on it, I wonder, it is possible that these stones move. Move? What do you mean? From what I observe with my third eye, the magla that covers these stones is somehow connected to the magla from a place further on. You mean if we get on these rocks, they'll take us somewhere? Can't say I'm too thrilled about the idea. But I feel that strong presence from before just ahead. What do you want to do? Keep on going?
That's true.
We'll never know if we don't try, after all. Ah, it can't be too bad. Please be careful. The floor appears tremendously... Wait! God damn it! Ah! So, there's a bunch of things that we have to take down in order to... What is this? I'm sure we'll be fine. Look at the size of it. Is that really a Melancholia crystal? It's bigger than anything we've ever seen. This aura feels so much more intense than anything else. Gallica speaks true. The scale of this magla is unlike anything we've ever encountered. We must be careful. Kinda reminds me of those servant statues back in the palace. And that means there's bound to be a guardian nearby.
Incoming!
Something's coming. Watch out!
Look!
Everything's shaking! I know that rumbling sound! There can be no doubt. Just a familiar warning.
Stay on guard!
Unpleasantly familiar, yes. I've no fond memories of our first trial with this beast, but we must rally to the fight. So this is gonna be a boss rush then.
Oh no, this is the one from the desert. I don't need flashbacks to getting eaten.
Okay, is it just me or does this thing look different? It was weak to ice though, I do remember that. Of which we don't actually have. Let's Warcry. And then yeah, Wild Boar. Now that's the problem. Hadean Ice Crag. I think we shall. Wild Barrage, Mania Bullet. And we don't really have anything that can...
The power of kings.
What about a... Yeah, let's debuff it again.
I can't. Are you prepared?
And then another Blizzard for good measure. Swiping Arc. And of course we got a bunch of people weak to that. We do have Medica usage, so it's not that bad. Okay. Sandstorm. I think this will decrease our evasion. Yeah. We don't have anyone with Dekunda, which is bad. Severe. He can Medica. But yes, a Dekunda would have been preferable. This thing, we'll just keep it debuffed. And so, really? Are you serious? Oh, its evasion wasn't affected though. These swiping arcs. No, we shan't. He will Sukukaija to make sure this doesn't happen again.
Some healing power.
Alright, time for us to go ahead and take this next one on. So, that crystal is here as well, which means...
Yep.
Yeah, I sense a presence nearby. I bet it's... another old boss.
Careful now.
Didn't take long.
Don't tell me.
Something about that flapping sound. No, I remember it. It can't be. Is this going to be the very first human that we faced? No, we already killed that thing against Zorba. We've no time for talk. It comes.
Get ready.
I've never felt anything so horrendous. This is going to be a fight for our lives, so be careful. It is the first thing.
The human from the border fort? But it looks different somehow.
I think this one, so this is the third version of this thing that we faced off against.
I shall vanquish evil.
You shall. Was it? It wasn't weak to wind, was it? And we've got our abilities pumped up a bit more. No, it used wind, and we were strong against that. So we'll actually hyper. Ugh. Alright. Not that great, but...
Now accept your fate.
Why do they sound so... Hold on. Go ahead and do this. Okay.
Then again, Commander!
Yeah. It might just be my setup because the... Well, whatever. Let's do... Well, we definitely need to heal, actually. Oh. Because I was like, why are the... It doesn't matter.
I call upon royal power within.
We'll try... Well, let's debilitate. He'll actually pass his turn. So that we... Well, hope this works. Notch blade spin. And us having people weak to that is not the greatest thing ever. Yeah, let's hit that formation of vigor. What about let's pass. A Medica to make our life easier.
Much thanks.
And then we'll hyper once more.
Let us clear to the rear, Commander.
He can then... Yeah, let's have him war cry again. Another Notch blade spin. But the ducking and dodging gets too strong.
No holding back.
I think I would like... Well, let's have him pass. So that he can Mataru Kaja us. Oh, there's no point. Yeah. Now... Actually, Royal Sword, severe. Extreme magic ice damage to all enemies. Physical, almighty. Nah, we want to use our ice. So this is what we can... That's the strongest that we can achieve. Let's go for somebody who can attack magically. This thing might just not have any weaknesses then. Hit rate and evasion return to normal. Limitless bond. That's okay. We'll be able to KO these things just fine. We'll go for... Yeah. Keep our Mataru Kaj alive. And then do our same loop. Now does he need to be war cried? Yeah, and this will war cry everything.
Are you prepared?
And debilitate only works on a singular enemy. Might have to do some running around stomping with a 3500, but that's just wing regeneration. The main body should still be susceptible to what we've got going on, yeah. Let's go for a Hamadine. Go ahead and get rid of everything here. Big damage. Definitely what we like to see. Medium magic fire damage to all enemies. As long as this guy's debuffed, we really don't have to worry about much. Though High Space MP is absolutely taking a walloping. So that's why we've got the ability to debilitate as well. The war cry affects everything. Do we have anything else that we can do? Yeah, let's Hama on again. This next fight should be it. Oh, well, hey. Limitless Bond. Notch Blade spin again. But hey, that Beast Insight. Oh, didn't work so much another time. Oh well. We can't artfully dodge everything. Just a lot of stuff. Okay. Now one more Hadean Ice Crag. Oh, I really thought that was gonna be it. Just a bit more. There we go. But yes, we are definitely going to have to change to the Warlock. Just for a bit. Level 77 for her. Looks like we managed somehow. That was our third time fighting that human. Right, it just keeps coming back.
That reminds me.
Come to think of it, you said you encountered it at the border fort. That would make it your first human foe. And we've become a lot stronger since then. I still remember. I was useless against it then. Not much different from when my home burned. But things are different now. I'm different. I've got power enough to protect cities and the people in them. So, come a long way. He'll take no more safe places from the people. Not on my watch. We'll take Luis down.
Yes.
Your words resonate with all of us, lad.
Here we go.
All that's left is to destroy the crystal. If you would, Heath. Go ahead and see what our spoils are this time. So,
got it.
The magic reaching Luis should be fading as well, at least a little. Let's look elsewhere. We must destroy the remaining crystals. And with that... Oh! What remains of the crystal is glowing brightly.
Let's go.
So this time...
What's this?
Hero King's Sword, just the one?
Hail.
Oh, right. But the Hero King's Sword, there's very little chance that that's better than this sword that we've... Yeah, see? 420. Significant MP recovery while buffed. All stats plus 5. Oh, well. Can't beat that now, can we? So we got 14 on him. And we're 4 away from a resist all. But we're going to have a much, much worse... The Prince will have plenty of time to get more XP on the Prince. After we've made sure that we've got enough MP for the next part of this fight. Though I suppose we could always check to see if I'm right. And we really will be getting, dang, we do attack pretty slowly with the Warlock live. But we can definitely always, crap, check to make sure that we do get healed with MP in the bunk. Because if so, then one of these. Gunner rank 19. Yeah. Where are we? We're running around this bend. Not helping anybody and anything. Have Hulkenberg boost our HP. But yes, I'm feeling very good about our chances even right now. That leads to a dead end, so we gotta go this way. But there's something... We're probably going to end up in a, maybe some type of event battle when we... Because there were stairs there. Commander 15. Actually, I only put him on the Commander so I could get him on the other thing. So let me actually switch Heisme, yeah, so that he can learn the Tycoon. 2400 mag for the easy pickup. There we go. And so now that we've got the Tycoon on, More heroes jeweled. 4 heroes jeweled roots. Let's give you... He's the only one besides... I think besides us, he's definitely the furthest in the magic schools. Mudodyne, and I still want him to have Warcry. So in which case, Leon is going to have Boltra instead of Kandera. So now we can hit fire at least. Yeah, this is the way out. So let's see if we want to make sure that we can heal MP, because if we can, we'll be able to switch off. Where's you want to rest for a spell? Yeah. Wait, what does he have? Oh, do you intend to charge us? Why, milady, the supplies come from the fine city folk themselves, and I assure you they expect me to return and pay for them.
Okay.
Oh, so that's how it is. We can't use what we need without shelling out. You'd think they'd care about the end of the freaking world.
Right then.
Now, let's cool this fiery ingratitude. Let's just take a gander at my lovely wares and celebrate my grand opening. That's crazy. Life-saving medicine, spirit dust, whoa. And we can outright buy infinite Magla potions. Oh, he's got the good stuff. Is this quite literally everything from everywhere? No, it can't be. And a lot of this stuff is not worth a second look either, so. But we will definitely be buying some spirit dusts. Those are going to be freaking valuable. Just outright buying MP stuff too. Get 20 of these. Got enough Balms of Life, but some Panaceas, those are non-negotiables. And I actually have not used a singular Ariadne's thread. So if we can buy MP restoration, then that means that this probably won't heal us to full. No, it will! Well, in that case,
What now?
we can definitely go right back to what we were doing with the prince. That? Wow. Okay, they definitely want to make it as easy to grind as possible here, and I intend to take them up on that. Our archetypes are about, and when we leave and come back, the things return too, so infinite heroes jeweled roots, as long as we're willing to reset it every time. I'm not going to go too crazy with those, but we're definitely going to be making plenty use of them. Cleric level 19, Yufa level 79, good to see. Jeez. Only being able to get a singular hit in. Alright. Made us work a bit for it, but... Wow. And Basilio has now officially mastered the gunner. And he can't take on that... Oh, because he needs to... Sure, he has no time on the Seeker. So we will absolutely be putting some in on that. Dekaja, Dekunda. Then we're going to give him... I don't think we'll need Battle Master. And he'll be able to use... Actually, I think what we want... Definitely Medica and Mataru Kaja. Full-on support for however long he'll be on this, which probably won't be that much. Go ahead and take on this Kokomordos. And have there... Okay, there is, yes, one giant unexplored area up here. What... Ooh, what deliciousness do they have? But we'll dip into our medicines. These things we don't care about at all. Two-tapped it. Brawler in the Seeker instantly. Good to see. All right. Let's actually, to make sure he's got some stuff he can do, As much as I kind of don't want to.
I'm getting stronger.
Yeah. Put at least a little bit more onto the Seeker.
Ready?
Let's go. So this is number 3. Should be simple enough.
Don't lose focus.
Now, which human is this gonna be?
Over here.
Looks like this is the crystal we're looking for. No mistaking the stink of that murderous power.
Watch out.
I can sense it too. It's strong. Everyone be careful.
There's an enemy.
And that roar. 'Tis the very same I heard at the Grand Cathedral. So this is the thing we fought when we really needed a pugilist, the egg human. You're not saying this is the beastie Luis brought to the capital?
Incoming.
We'll kill it as many times as we have to. Attack! He's not lying though. I think this one was super weak against light. But hopefully it doesn't end up being a giant slog this time. Okay, so yes, I actually got like this thing down to maybe 60% of its HP, but it was really annoying because we needed, well, we actually haven't used any strike attacks against it, but we were able to find out what it was weak to. But I was not trying to be in that battle for a million years. So instead of doing that, we got this going for us. To one enemy. To one enemy. To all enemies 1 and 3 times, ignoring resistances. Yeah. Oh! Did we miss on one? I guess we must have. Well, that sucks. But yes, not being able to hit any weaknesses on this thing would make it take as long as it did the first time around. And ain't nobody trying to live through that. So he'll actually flame Vanguard. We will... Well, I guess we're gonna be forced to Botona. Actually, let's hit the Hyper. And then he can Battle Cry tackle again. Yeah, we missed on the thing up top. So, since we've got the heart open to us, let's go for... Whoa, is it not weak to that? Interesting. Well, we are hypered, and it resists fire. Okay, well, I guess we'll just have to continually Royal Sword. But at least now with one of the hands gone, we'll be able to crack the shell pretty easily, all things considered. We take out the one hand. Wait, I think the hands regenerate if I'm recalling correctly. Let's go for... Its weaknesses have changed. Well, we critted the one. He'll go for the Medica, actually. Get these guys back to where they need to be. Dang. Alright. Let's Formation of Vigor once again.
Come forth, Royal Soul.
We'll just go for the fire. And that was hypered, so... Do we have to... Because the ambush was defeated, the attack failed. Incomplete regeneration. So I didn't remember this as well as I thought I did. So, with the heart fully exposed... Wait, now it's weak to this? Alright, well, whatever. That's still about as much damage as we were doing. Actually, it's less. And he's got... Well, he's got a Medica for us.
My thanks.
So this is moving along a lot speedier now. Oh, it's still unbalanced? Don't mind. Oh, it's only weak to that for a singular turn. Interesting. Medium electric damage to everybody. A critical? Do not mind if we do. So we can now double up on that. So what is it, more susceptible to crits that way? Whatever. A dub's a dub, as they say. Now show us the spoils. I actually haven't used a singular incense all game. The one time I did, I ended up reloading the save. And that's that. It was definitely stronger than the last time we fought it, but not strong enough.
However,
'tis an oddly nostalgic triumph. Back then, I thought only to protect the home of the prince, that he might someday return. 'Twas my sole desperate intention. Though in fact, you've been fighting alongside His Highness the whole time. Indeed, but reflecting about it now, it was never an unnecessary detour. That journey fostered this power. 'Tis the strength to confront anxiety and blaze a path to a brighter future. 'Twas your greatest gift to me.
that's why.
Thus, I will use this power in your name. Your future is no longer yours alone.
You're right.
That's right. We'll have Heath get his royal bum on the throne just as soon as we've thrown Luis out on his.
Yes.
Just so. There are several favors I would ask of you, not just as a friend, but as king.
Got it.
Well, let's destroy the crystal. Go ahead, Heath. Hopefully we get more than one weapon this time. I was super accustomed to the 3 after just the first go-round. So this time, that ought to have weakened Luis's power to another small degree. Let us keep this up and destroy all the crystals. We seek the remaining ones. The remaining one? And now... yeah, we're still surprised by it.
Onward.
Look,
3, Mage King's Staff, Claymore, and Lance. And let's put them back onto what they were on. He was on the Cleric and actually nearly done with it. Heismay, Mr. Tycoon himself, and Basilio. What did I have Basilio on? I have forgotten what I had Basilio on. It wasn't the Merchant. Oh well. Let's put him on the Sniper.
This, all right?
I'm counting.
Of course.
Or he might have actually already been on the Destroyer or the thingamabob he was at. No, he wasn't. Well, it doesn't matter now. He's on the Sniper. Jeweled Root times 3. And to make sure I do not forget, we'll give him Battle Master. Formation of Vigor. Makarakarn, just because I feel better when we do have it, and Mataru Kaja. So he can't hit all that much, but he's got a lot going on for him anyways. So we've got one more. But it seems like so far we've fought a human from around the time we picked up Heismay, then from around the time Leon joined us, then from around the time that we were joined by Hulkenberg. Of course, I didn't do them in the correct order, but if the pattern holds, we might end up having to do 4 more of these, but they would be from around when we picked up Juna, Yufa, and Basilio. Oh, is this the big one? Yeah, there's nowhere else for us to go.
what do you think?
Yeah. So this is the only path forward, which means the 4th one is going to be off to the side of this one, maybe? Finally here, eh? Damn, felt like we were traveling forever. It seems as though we've come quite far in. Look around. Our surroundings appear to have changed.
Look.
That strange light must be the center of all this. So that's where Luis is then. Let's get a move on towards that light.
But then...
I must say, however, that I still feel those strong presences here. We can't exactly leave them be.
Right?
Yeah, if we don't do something about those before we face Luis, let's keep an eye out. So yes, I was right. We've got more of them. But so far, so easy. These things are not even worth looking at. Same weak lava things we've been killing.
I'm sure you'll find a use for it.
And that, a hero's jeweled root just laying out in the open. And now we've got some humans. Well, some humans were standing right here, but they aren't anymore. No wonder, dude. The grinding is gonna be crazy. Though I'm wondering if I probably shouldn't, because I want my archetypes. If it was possible for me to like lock, I think you see that in a lot of Tales games where you can make it so you only get 1 experience point. If I could lock my XP where I'm at right now, I would. So we'd just be getting archetype XP. But you know what? If we end up a pretty high level, that's whatever. We've earned a cakewalk after those annoying dragons. Another hero's jeweled root for our troubles. And it looks like our first enemy might be around this bend. Yes. Alright. First, make sure that we are good on that.
Ready?
I don't know. I think I might just... For Heismay, because I don't really like the merchant lineage. So instead of doing those heroes jeweled roots... Yeah. I think he only needs to be 15 in it. So we'll just get him off of that. So now he should be able... No. He needs to be 15 in Dragoon. Okay, and that's fine. Dragoon will get more use out of. Hamaon, Medica, Dekunda. And he can use electricity. Yeah. For the sniper, instead of putting him on the sniper, I think we'll actually... Let's try... He could definitely use some magic knightery. Oh, the Seeker! That's what I had him on! But yes, okay, the Seeker is fine. So with this...
But this is...
A Melancholia crystal here too. That's a staggering amount of magla.
Now then.
Bound to be another human nearby. So who's next in the curtain call? Another one from our past. The baby. The laughter. Oh, the horror. The beasts crawled from hell to meet us. So yes, this is the one from Heismay's past.
What?
What are you talking about? Why does it sound like a baby?
Watch out.
Make sure your legs don't give out when you see it. And be careful. By now, I bet it's starving. This friggin' thing. And I don't remember what its gimmick was. So in this case, uh-oh, blocks electricity.
Let's get on with it. You can do this.
No, light's not the answer either. So what is it? Days? A victory foresight already.
I'll protect all of us.
So,
His aim's gonna be way off.
and that's fine, because we have Basilio solely on support. He can be dazed. Deals weak physical pierce damage to one enemy. To slash, pierce, strike. Extreme, yeah. No, we need something that... Let's pass. We need something a little bit more. Debilitate the actual demon baby. Can't use synthesis due to an ailment, but that's A-okay. We have backup. Uh-oh. That wasn't supposed to happen. Nope. Not gonna get us with those. Yeah, he's still dazed, but... Oh, we killed the other eye! Well, that works just fine for me. So this time, let's hyper again. And I think Basilio will be medicaing on his next... Stroll is being stared at. Gathering power. So we recover. Defense is back to normal. I wonder, should we have it? Let's medica. I'm not certain how strong this is going to be. I'm not actually that worried about Leon getting one shot or something, but... Sure, let's guard. So Hadean Ice Crag ain't gonna work. Right eye. Well, that's a good amount of damage, I would say. Tackle. Yeah. Eager Bite. But this is the one that crits us? Okay. We can't be hexed, so... We gotta re-up on the Mataru Kajin now. But... we keep going in. Yes, he's so good. I think Radiance might be the play here. It's not hypered, yeah. Eye regeneration, back to 4K. So we just have to, I mean, we've got a bunch of things that go for its, they go for multiple enemies. As a Medica strictly? Yeah. Because as the Seeker, he's not going to be doing any type of offensive help. I can't do Feather Dragon Shoot, but... Vanflict. It's kind of crazy that he can only hit the one. So we'll hyper this time, and then next turn is when we're going to go in. Whatever, this thing might be weak. Oh, it's probably weak to dark. Let's keep the Mataru Kaja going. Yeah, we faced off against them, but it's been so long. Definitely let's re-up on that.
Let's stay calm. Vitus power.
And I think, hold on, Hadean Ice Crag is definitely the play here. Immediately clock that eye. The rampage comes from all angles. But it should have incredibly low accuracy, right? Sure. Let's give him the opportunity to attack a little bit. In fact, let's give... Whoa, that was bad.
Let's go.
Another hyper for our troubles. And instead of a Medica, I think we're just going to throw an expensive medicine his way. We're weak to that! And he's in the front as well. Well, that ain't good. Yes. And he's got to debilitate. Absolutely non-negotiable on that. And for Radiance, heavy magic-like damage. which means Hadean Ice Crag is always the play.
Let me help. A tough one.
5,500 damage. Yeah, we're coming for that. A double eye regeneration. That's okay. 100% fine. Weak physical slash damage to one enemy.
You better be ready.
So we'll go for this thing. Maybe a Hamaon.
I call upon royal power within.
I would like to hyper, but I don't think it's going to be strictly necessary.
Here I go.
Dang. Alright, next turn then. Stare. Didn't get him with the Hex. Eager Bite. Piddly amount of damage. So ain't nobody worried about that. Dang, is it really going to come down to us? There we go. But yes, that thing was definitely weak to dark. I just didn't have any dark to hit it with.
To ever greater heights. I admit.
There we go. Red Feather Dragon Shoot.
Right then.
There, we beat it. Still, you lot had to see that bloody creepy thing before.
Yes.
The Lady of Martira was raising it as a replacement for the child she lost. Sounds familiar. That'd be the Sanctoress, eh? The one you dragged to the exhibition. I learned then that when faith dies, tragedy is born. Those who have faith in nothing only have the past to hold on to. I think Luis is the same way. He seeks revenge on the world for the despair of seeing his home turn to ash. Maybe he believes this to be justice. But we know that's not. I know how he must feel. But I also know enough to say he's going about it all wrong. Luis must be stopped. It's because of that day you awakened me and I gained this power that I can now think this way.
Right.
Well said. Can't let this country get razed before the good prince even has a chance to rebuild.
All right.
Well, you got to break the old to build the new. So give the crystal your best shot, Heath. Go ahead and get this out of here. But I do like this. I feel like it's a very poetic send-off sort of thing.
Alright.
That went well. Surely this ought to have reduced the magic power reaching Louise. Come, we break the other crystals. Let's find the rest. But I think from here on out, we're not going to be facing any more humans, but... Because I don't remember any that we were taking down around the time we got everybody else. Bow, katana, and daggers. All legendary weapons. We probably should hit... we should probably hit Nuris back up. Yeah, hold on. Let me run back and get to Nuris, and then we'll just go straight to the next thing. Alright, so number 5. So all of that, we've actually got Basilio on the Magic Seeker now. So we should be good to go. This one should be, well, if we're going in the correct order, this should be Juna's, but this might be Yufa's, or even Basilio's. The Melancholia crystal looms. Let us see it shattered.
Don't lose focus.
It'll mean another human looking to stop us. Keep your guards up.
They're upon us.
I sense a human's presence. So which human is it this time? It's like a storm at sea. So this is Basilio's. Only one human of the sea I can remember. Never thought I'd see it here.
I'll do it.
Fine by me. This time I can crush it with my own hands. So yes, I do remember this one. Not what it was weak to, though. Okay, resists that. We can see about Mohammedan. Oh yeah, and he's got the Savior now. And they resist that. Good to see. Will hyper. Torrential Breath. I'm sure it's a water attack, but it deals ice damage. This ain't Persona 2. Whoa, already?
I can protect us.
Though I don't think she did it even once in the fight against the giant baby, so... Let's go ahead and buff everyone. Electricity, fire, no good. To one enemy. I can't believe that all of these are single hits. Alright, well, in that case... So that's an electricity weakness, which is excellent for us. Let's see how they deal with wind. They resist wind. I mean, as great as that is, this thing has a ton of different, well, I guess we could inflict a one-time weakness to ice. Oh, or we could just do that. Nope, that beast insight. Yeah, a hyper into this thing's weakness is all we really need. So in this case, now that we've got this thing's number, it's truly over for it, honestly. In this case, one of these. And we'll definitely get it to come right back around to our turn.
I'll use what I must.
Are you prepared?
We can't debilitate again. So I think a formation of vigor is in order. Jump right back. And then one Conde-on. That beast's insight is really strong against these things. One of these. Oh, well, that's what we've got these Magla potions for. Wait, what? We have plenty of oh, I'm gonna have to pay closer attention to that because I do not know why that it just made us do that. Inflicts a one-time weakness to light. I'd actually rather go to somebody who can... Yeah. We don't need to inflict one-time weaknesses when we can just hit the weaknesses ourselves. Oh, only usable from the back row. Oh my gosh. Well, that was a waste of an item. But it's all over for this thing, so... Conde-on. Yeah. As long as we know what they're weak to, we don't have to try it multiple times. One enduring incense. Oh. Not sure what that does, but...
Actually...
That monster just now. That was the human that once lived off the island's coast, was it not?
Yes.
The very one we fought off on our way to your shores. Only managed thanks to the brothers' efforts. That was how Del got hurt. But even then, he didn't stop pushing himself. Too stubborn to be talked out of it. Got hindsight now, though, don't I? Can tell he was always like that. He was the big brother, after all. Probably felt like he had to stay tough when I couldn't. Rella was the same way. She shouldered every burden all by herself. But I guess that's how older brothers and sisters are. I guess this power is something Del gave me. He's still with me that way. We're still fighting together. He did see Fidelio and then immediately got the power of archetypes. It's same with you, isn't it, Lady Juna? You and Rella? Aw.
Naturally.
Of course. I'm carrying her and her wishes with me. That's why I can't lose now. Can't afford to let her see me at my lowest again. Let us crack the crystal then. The strike is yours, Heath. So that's cool, yeah. They both lost a sibling, an older sibling. And with that, steady does it. That should mean less power for Luis. We're doing great. Let's just find the ones that remain. And this time, what we've got, well, we're about to learn. Uh-oh.
Look.
Banner and fan. Alright, and so now, I think because we've seen enough of this place, I'm just going to take us directly to the next one of these fights. And now, looks like we've got a crystal here too. Let's shatter it and cut off the Magla. Careful though. You know there'll be a human just waiting to... And this time, speak of the devil, brace yourselves. It is upon us. That shadowy hand. I'm sure of it. It's the same human that attacked my village. Oh, right. The parasite stuck to your dragon god then. It's already overstayed its welcome.
Go.
But we've beaten it once already, haven't we? Let's get this over with. So I forgot about that human.
It's the human from Yuba's village.
I've also forgotten what it's weak to, but we can try everything. Hama. Nope. Fire. No. That'd be wishful thinking, I think. Dang. Reversal prayer. The prayer changes. Oh, right. This thing could change its toxic stalker. I think it's trying to inflict poison on us. Oh, it did inflict poison. Nobody's got Patra, so... Maybe ice again? No, blocks ice. Whoops. He's just got everything wrong with him. But that's what we've got Panaceas for.
Let's try this. I walk a royal path.
Is it weak to something physical? No, blocks that. Okay. Creeping assassin. So it must be weak to darkness then. We switched our thing to... We've got 2 people who can use dark. We'll just switch over. No. What the heck? So do we have to use fire? I guess we have to use fire. Or I guess we would have had to use fire. Oh, whoops. Alright. There we go. But now we're charging, so we're good to go. What? So it's good. So we've got ice that we can use.
You could take him.
Oh, golden. We're gonna have to debilitate. As long as we get at least one additional turn. Yeah, and the Mataru Kajas can go back up. Dekaja. Alright. And Dekunda. Okay, the level is low, which is better than the level being non-existent, so... Dang, what's going on? Okay, hopefully it has stopped freaking out. Okay, I probably just skipped through all of that annoying pop-ups, but I don't know why it just kept popping up that I had low battery, like I know. But okay, we're back to this. Not worried about that anymore. We'll use the debilitate so to force its hand. And then a wind blade since we can. Oh, we need it to hyper. Well, oh well. So now it should be weak to dark, right? No. Is it weak to fizz? Yes, it's fizz. So in that case...
Just on me, we go together.
I wonder, will this carry over? Inflicts a one-time weakness. Now weak to slash, pierce, strike. Will it be able to Dekaja or Dekunda that off, I wonder? Do one of these. And we will... Ooh, Wild Boar. Extreme physical strike damage to one enemy. We've got to. Only usable from the back row. But at least when it's weak to Fizz, we've got something going. Prayer changed, and now it should be weak to Fire. Okay, that's what threw me off when it first did that, because it's so blue. The blue of it being weak to Fire versus the white of it being weak to Fizz. Very difficult to parse. And we don't actually have very many options for fire damage. But we've got enough. There we go. A good amount of damage there. Dekunda. All depot effects removed. And we actually do like to see Creeping Assassin. Doesn't deal much damage. Doesn't completely upend our strategy. And I think he had Fireblade, extreme physical fire damage. Get some! Reversal Prayer again. We're getting close to the dub. Now it's weak to ice. That's a Hadean Ice Crag if I've ever seen one. Actually, it's a frigid ice formation. Oh, I guess it is not, actually.
All yours.
But I don't want to use resources on that. Because we can just dip out of here and get our MP back up. It does kind of sucks. We might not actually be able to avoid using MP increasing items here. Because we have a bunch of people running on freaking empty. Let's have him throw an item at it. 200 ice damage. And we can Hadean Ice Crag again. Almost there. Another Reversal Prayer. Now it's weak to electricity. Okay. Disturbing Beckon. Alright, that's fine. In which case, one of these...
I'll use what I must.
And we Feather Dragon Shoot should be it. Yeah, those weird pop-ups. I'm not sure what the issue with the charging was, but oh well. I think I probably cut all that out.
Check me out.
And that's it. The deed is done.
Very well.
I cannot help but remember the day I took Dracodios in hand and truly protected my village for the first time. You chose to live and fight for your village instead of clinging to the ease of martyrdom. Indeed, you showed yourself to be an admirable priestess. I really thought that, because Hulkenberg kind of big sister right there. I thought they would be closer. I mean, obviously they're close, but have more direct dialogue to each other. Now that I've been on this journey with you all, I know I made the right choice. I'm so glad I had the chance to see the world beyond me. To ever reject others and close your eyes, it is protection of a kind. You never see what you do not wish to, but you also never see the beauty of the unknown.
Yes.
Perhaps that is what the archetype's power is to me. The power to open my eyes and confront an unknown world. So, even if it's flawed, or full of all kinds of problems really, I don't want Luis to destroy the world I've come to know. Yufa's got the right idea. No world deserves to be destroyed. So now it's time for us to... Now, let's knock out that crystal. Go for it, Heath. This thing... It put us through its paces, but that's only because it limited the kind of elements that we could use against it.
Nice.
That's the last... Wait, that's the last of the crystals? Okay, so I guess that's why Juna and Basilio both had a conversation. The magma in the air is much less dense than when we arrived. The streams of magic should be weak enough for us to confront Luis. We must go and exact justice.
Let's hurry.
The time's finally come. Let's go. Luis is waiting for us. So what I've decided to do, I'm going to make 2 saves. One here for basically the status that we're at right now, and then a second one where I'm going to be able to grind to my heart's content, probably hit level 99, but max out all archetypes, so that there's at least, I guess, some challenge left over in it. So I'm not going to go too crazy, because this is going to be the file that we take down Luis on. But ahead of all that, we got to get back to the ship.